Muslims consider their God Allah to be the greatest conceivable being who desires to be worshipped and spread Sharia around the world. But whenever somebody consults the primary Islamic sources, we actually find that Allah is morally deficient. And I want to show you that to be the case. We look in Surah chapter 4, verse 24, it says, and also, and notice the brackets here, that means it's not there, but I'll go ahead and read it as it is. And also prohibited to you are all married women except those your right hand possesses. Those would be the sex slaves for the spoils of war. The decree of a law upon you, and lawful to you are all others beyond these, provided that you seek them in marriage with gifts from your property, desiring chastity, not unlawful sexual intercourse. So, for whatever you enjoy of marriage from them, give them their due compensation as an obligation. And there is no blame upon you for what you mutually agree to beyond the obligation. Indeed, Allah is ever knowing and wise. So basically, this Quran verse is saying that you can have sex with the spoils of war, meaning the sex slaves that you capture during war. Let's look and see what the context of this actually is. And we find the context in Sunan Abu Dawud 2155. And notice the grade is Sahih, so it's authentic. It says, Abu Sa'id al-Khudri said, the Apostle of Allah sent a military expedition to Awatas on the occasion of the Battle of Hunain. They met their enemy and fought with them. They defeated them and took them captives. Some of the companions of Allah's, or the Apostle of Allah, were reluctant to have relations, or in layman terms, have sex with the female captives because of their pagan husbands. So the pagan husbands are still alive, but the companions of Allah want to have sex with them regardless. So that would be adultery. But let's continue on. So Allah, the Exalted One, sent down the Quranic verse, and all married women are forbidden unto you, save those captives or the sex slaves whom your right hand possesses. This is to say that they are lawful for them when they complete their waiting period. So basically here, Allah in the Quran and the Hadith is allowing for the rape and the adultery to happen to married women if they are taken as spoils of wars to be sex slaves. So here we have Allah affirming that the rape and the adultery, two heinous sins, are okay with him, which is why Allah is morally deficient. But it gets worse from here. We can see in Surah chapter 4, verse 34, it says, men are in charge of women by right. Now, remember, the brackets are not actually there, so it's not actually in the Arabic. What Allah has given one over the other, and what they spend for maintenance from their wealth. So righteous women are devoutly obedient, guarding in their husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. But those wives from whom you fear ignorance, first advise them. Then, if they persist, forsake them in bed, and finally strike them. But if they obey you, seek no means against them. Indeed, Allah is ever exalted and grand. Did you notice what it said? It said if you have problems with your wife and you just fear disobedience, the first thing is you are to, the first thing you are to do is advise them, tell them about it. The second thing is you're supposed to, not sleep with them. And the third thing, if that doesn't work, you're supposed to beat your wife. So here we have a law allowing for marital abuse, the rape of captive women, and the ability to commit adultery with the women whom are the sex slaves of the pagans who are still legally married. But yet Allah allows for these egregious sins to be okay in Islam. So this is why Allah is morally deficient and should not be worshipped at all, because he is not a true holy God.